3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 2021 meeting of the Tennessee Code Commission. And it is being live streamed on our YouTube channel. So welcome to all of you who are watching by YouTube. I will go ahead and call the meeting to order. This is my first meeting, so I'm happy to be here. I don't know that it's necessary to call the roll since I can see everyone up on the gallery of our Zoom call here. I guess we will go to the agenda. And the first thing on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from last year's meeting. These have been provided to us. I hope everyone's read a copy of the minutes. So that being said, does anyone have a motion to approve those minutes?
I move that we approve the minutes.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Justice Bivens and seconded by General Slattery to approve those minutes. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Any opposed say no. So those minutes are approved by unanimous vote. The next thing on the agenda is the discussion of proposals on the 2022 TCA volume replacements. And that has also been provided to us in advance by Ms. Matheny. And I've looked over those. Ms. Matheny, I guess I will call on you at this point to go ahead and explain what your recommendation is to us.
Thank you very much. And I'm going to be brief and also call in Paige Seals to discuss this because this was very much a mutual recommendation. And Paige has expertise in the field that I think is important for you to hear on why we chose these particular volumes. As usual, what our process is we wait until the supplements are done, and then we take a look at this lovely chart that you all received and look at the books particularly with standalone supplements. We look at things like how long it's been since a book has been replaced. We look at books that have large supplements in addition to those that have standalones, because sometimes the ones with large supplements but not standalones are actually the ones that are more popular books that need to be replaced more often. In that process, we involve the legal analyst that works on the books closely with Ms. Seals. Paige works on this, and I honestly am just kind of the facilitator between those two experts. Out of that, this year, we came up with 5 volumes that needed to be replaced. One of those needs to be split, so that comes up with a total of 6 volumes. The volumes in questions are 9B, which is employer and employee, 9C, which is food, drugs, and cosmetics, highways, bridges, and ferries, 11A. 11A is our split candidate, and it will be split into 11A and the new 11B, public utilities and carriers, property. And that in turn means 11B will become 11C, taxes and licenses, and 11C will become 11D, taxes and licenses. And at that point, I think I'm going to turn the meeting over to Paige and see if she has anything that she believes that you need to know about those volumes.
Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, members. If you use your books at all, or if you can see them on your shelves, you can see that 11A is very ripe for a split. I'm not sure how it still contains its supplement at this point. And I think this may be the first year it went to standalone. We do have more standalones this year than we've had in previous years. And a little bit that's the nature of we chose to go with one less volume last year just because of COVID and some staffing issues. We just didn't know what the year would look like, and we didn't want to take on more than we could produce, especially if we had some staffing issues. And I just want to speak briefly to the tax volumes. If you guys remember, years and years and years ago, we passed legislation, streamlined sales tax legislation, and we kept delaying the implementation of those sections that were affected by that legislation. And it resulted in us having these future versions of TCA sections, future versions that never took effect and now are never going to take effect, because last year, or this most recent session, the General Assembly enacted legislation that wipes out all those streamlined tax provisions. So I had kind of made a commitment to the Commission and the Department of Revenue that we would replace the tax volumes at that time, because we kind of saw it as an eventuality. We knew it was something that was probably going to happen. So even though there may be other volumes that were ripe for replacement, the timing seemed good and appropriate to clean up those tax volumes and get rid of all those future sections. Justice Page, are you're muted? Are you talking, Justice Page? Ah.
There we go. Do any of the members have questions? You think after all this time I would learn to unmute myself. Apologize for that. But is there any discussion at all about these volumes and the replacements and the split of the one volume? Well, there being no discussion or questions, do I hear a motion to approve the recommendation?
So moved.
Motion.
Okay, we'll show that Ms. Garrett made the motion and General Slattery seconded it. Any discussion at all? All those in favor of the recommendation indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone voting no? All right, that motion is unanimous. We also have on our agenda here new business. Is there any new business? All right, hearing none, I guess the only thing left then is setting the date for next year's meeting. And in looking at my calendar, we usually do it, I'm told, the second Tuesday in November, and COVID cooperating, Justice Bivens and I will be swearing in new lawyers that day. At least that's what I showed, Jeff.
That's fine. Yes, I show that too.
Would the third Tuesday at 1:30, the 15th, be okay with everybody? It's kind of what we did this year.
That works for me. And I'm not sure if my calendar is accurate, but it actually says it's an election on Tuesday, the 8th next year.
It is.
well,
You're
so-
right. That's the other
right.
thing. Yeah.
That's
Yes.
right, yes. Does anyone have a problem with the 1:30 on Tuesday, November 15th for our next meeting? All right, that's when it'll be set then. We may have set some kind of record for a short meeting. I hope that's not my fault. But anybody have anything to say before we adjourn?
It's never a problem when you have a short meeting.
Thank you.
I totally agree.
Well, I know you're all very busy. I won't belabor this, but thank you all for taking out time out of your busy afternoons to get on here with us. This is very important work. When I looked at the Code Commission and saw it was a TCA 1-1-101, and let me know how important this is. So thank you all very much.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr. Chief Justice.
We will
Good
adjourn.
to see everyone.
Good afternoon. Bye-bye.